My name is Robin Roush, and this is Amy Black. She is a second grade teacher here at the school I teach at. Today, I'm going to discuss the first then visual schedule used for iPad, and we are going to have a blast doing it. So, what to do? First then, a visual schedule for the iPad by Robin Roush, special education teacher. What are visual schedules? What do you know about visual schedules?
I've had to use one with a special education student I had years ago. I can't remember what she had, but I do know that I had to print one and I had to have it on her desk at all times, and it was pictures of her daily routine. And then I didn't use words because she couldn't read anything, but it was a real pain to put together, and it was hard to keep on her desk because she always played with it, and I had to redo it a few times.
All right. So that sums up pretty much visual schedule. It's a picture to communicate a series of activities or steps of a specific activity. They're often used to help children understand and manage their daily events in their lives, creating independence. And they can be created by using photographs or written words or a combination of two. Who uses visual schedules? Well, obviously teachers use them. Every day when school's in session, I have a visual schedule across my whiteboard here showing what events are going to happen, so all my students know what's coming next. I assume you do the same thing, but probably not as big.
Yeah, because I have second grade students, and so last year I didn't have any special education students, so I didn't have to have a visual aid in my classroom for them.
Awesome. So, teachers, yep, use them every day. We use them as a tool for behavior modification occasionally. So we could have a visual schedule that's like you come in, you do reading workshop, you do your silent reading, you do book box, and then you get a positive reinforcement. So that's another way to use them. Special education students use them to help process tasks that are challenging to them. Taking a difficult task and breaking it down into smaller, easier tasks, and then they can feel accomplished checking them off the list. Teachers utilize them in center stations to assist students with completing station independently. I'm sure you have a couple of those, like for your listening station.
I have visual schedules for my stations. I do.
Mm-hmm. Students that need assistance in achieving independence within the school day and tasks at home. So like getting ready for bed, they could have one for they eat dinner, they take a shower, they brush their teeth, they brush their hair, they put on their PJs, they go to bed. That would be a visual schedule for getting ready for bed. Drawbacks of traditional visual schedules, as you had stated, they're difficult to make. They take time. You have to find the pictures or take the pictures. You have to print the pictures. You have to put them either on a slant board like this, which is big and bulky and gets in the way, or you could take them to the desks like you stated. Some visual schedules are placed in book-like form so they can look through them, flip through them. And it takes a lot to replace ruined or lost visual schedules. It takes a lot of time. Some of the visual schedules are bulky. The books are kind of annoying. It would be easy for a student to perceive it as embarrassing and not want to use it, hence ripping them off their desk. Students need extra verbal prompting for the visual schedule. Did you have to use prompting a lot?
Yeah, and she wasn't in my room very often because she was pulled out for special education teacher like 2 hours a day. But when she was in my room, it was frequently pointing to the pictures of what she should be doing, and it was a pain because, like you said, I had to replace it every day because the schedule was different every day, and so that was also frustrating.
Yes. So, and they may need other devices to assist in the implementation, like timers or things like that. So, the solution would be the first then visual schedule. I have here some visual schedule paper ones for you to look at and to think about if this would be something that would take a lot of time for you would utilizing an iPad or a tablet be easier than replacing a paper schedule or making a new paper schedule every day? Yeah. Yes. So that would make it easier on the teacher, and it's multi-sensory visual app. So they can hear things, they can see it, you can video record on it, you can put sound on it. It gets all of their different sensories involved. iPads are technology that students are used to. So you can put it on an iPad, an iPod, an iPhone, any of the technologies this app works for. And so it would cause less embarrassment for the kids because obviously they would think it's cool that they could have an iPad on their desk. The ease of acquiring pictures through the iPad is pretty simple. On the app, you simply turn it on, and you go to the edit, and then you can just point and take a picture and snap. It's right there on your visual schedule, so you wouldn't have to take a picture, upload it onto your computer, go through, print it off, tape it on your paper. The thing goes on and on, right? This makes it a lot easier for teachers. The ability to input verbal cues into the schedule would make it easier so you wouldn't have to go by and say, you're supposed to be doing this, what's this? Yes, you're supposed to be doing. She could just click on the picture itself and it would say, do math problems 5 through 6, or 5 through 10, or whatever math problems they had, or whatever assignment was on there. There are different styles of the schedules to choose from. If you look, when you click on the thing, it shows you different styles that you can use. And it gives the child a sense of ownership of it because they get to pick if they want 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 5 at a time. They want to put it in an envelope 4 at a time, or if they want to scooch them over when they're done. And it allows them to choose. And then there is positive reinforcement built within the visual schedule itself. So if you click on, you go through the first one, the second one, third one, fourth one, and now you're dressed, you're ready to go. You use the toilet, take your PJs off, shower, you got dressed. Now you click on it and you have 5 minutes of the selected iPad app to play. Or there is another option on here where it can be something that is not related to the iPad, and it'll pop up another page that has 4 options on it, like go outside, swing on the swing, jump on the trampoline, that types of stuff. Another thing that is useful in this app is that it has a timer, so you can add that into your schedule. So if you're doing a brushing the teeth, for example, it's recommended by dentists to brush your teeth for 2 minutes. So you could put a 2-minute timer on this brush your teeth, and then when they click it, it'll start the timer, and they start brushing their teeth, and when it dings, they're done. And then they can check it off, or this one, scooch it over. So the research that I've used is Jennifer Stephenson. In 2015, she implemented this first then visual schedule with 3 students, and she chose young students, kindergartners. So there was 2 5-year-olds and 1 6-year-old, and their disabilities included ASD and a moderate intellectual disability, and also there was some ADHD tossed in there too. 2 of the students were able to meet mastery level. So what she did is she came to the classroom where the students were. She talked to the teachers. She taught the teachers and the students how to use the iPad app first, then visual schedule. And then she instructed the teachers to use it with the kids, utilizing a prompting system of least to greatest. So they would prompt them very little until they would do it. So if you only needed me to say, oh, what are you doing? And you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. Some other ones would be, she would need to be like, what are you doing then? Do you think you should work on this? Until they decided, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Two of those students made mastery level. Two of them were able to do it with very little prompting. And the third one got really close to meeting the mastery level, but not quite. However, this is great example of how it can be used within the classroom to help the students. Alright, so using this app is super easy. You would have to go onto the iStore, iTunes, whatever it's called, and download the First and Visual Schedule app by Good Karma Applications. And then, after you got that downloaded, you would be able to click Open App and start making your visual schedules. These things are really easy to utilize. So to start making one, you would hit the settings button, then turn on the edit mode, and then click done. You would be able to create one. What would you like to create?
I think I can do my morning routine.
All right, so there's a plus sign at the top of the screen, and that is where you would add a new visual schedule.
So the create new?
Yes.
Okay. So then I start with my title?
Yep. And this isn't the only type of visual schedule app out there. There are lots and lots of them. However, this one is one of them that I found that had the visual, the verbal. You could video record, had timers, had positive reinforcement all built into it.
Okay. All right, so I have my title, and then do I click on save, or do I click on that button?
The plus sign at the top.
Okay.
Okay, so then you add an item to your daily morning routine. So if you're what's the first thing you would want this person to do in their daily morning routine?
Probably hang up their backpacks.
Okay, so then you would type in hang up backpacks.
Okay.
And then when that's in, you could add a photo. Where would you want them to hang up the backpacks over in the coat hangers?
Yeah, mine's a little different from yours, but I do have closets.
So you could go take it over there and actually take a picture of the closet, or you could go onto the online and look up a picture on the closet.
So can I just, for practice, like take a picture of the table and upload it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Or you could just take a picture of that.
Okay, I'll try that. So what do I push then? I got this, and so then camera. Okay. Okay, so then I take a picture.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And then now what do I do?
All right, so then you can add sound to it. You can record yourself saying, hang up your backpacks.
Okay, so record sound.
Mm-hmm.
Hang up backpacks. Okay. And then save.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then if you wanted to add a video or a choice board, you could, but I don't think you need either of those with this activity. So then you push save, continue, and then you can add another one to that. So what would the next activity be?
They would, if it was farther into the school year, they would turn their homework in.
Okay, so click the plus button on the top again. Type in turn in homework.
Okay. And it's your photo.
Mm-hmm. You can take a picture of your turn in homework basket that I know you have on your desk.
I do have that. So I'll try Google and see if I can find something in Google. Well, I'll try that one.
Well, that's a good one.
Okay. Okay.
Hit save. And then what would you like to put in there next?
Get started on morning work. So just morning work.
Okay. It's pretty easy to learn how to do this, isn't it?
Oh, it actually is now. Okay, I'll just go ahead and take a picture of that. I'll just use that. And then so I can add sound. Begin morning work. Okay. Oh, one more. I'm gonna try one more. Okay. Well, I looked at the choice board and I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay, so then that's all I do for morning work for those 3 things.
Awesome. So that would be how you would make a schedule. You would hit save, and then there it is.
Yeah.
That's a lot easier than the one you had to make for the desk, right?
Yeah, I actually didn't have to leave my seat.
Yes. that makes it fun, right?
Yes.
And like when you had said that sometimes you had to make different ones for each day,
Yeah.
it would be easy to go back in through this and you could click edit, pick the one you want to edit, and then go in there and change and add new things as it went if you had to change things or add more to your morning work routine.
And I like this too because the ones that I did were very basic. It was a picture for the hanger backpack. It would be a picture for showing we're going to music. This one actually, I can like break it down into these. This is what you do for morning work. So just picture a backpack because she didn't have a backpack, but then she didn't know what else to do after that.
Right. Yeah.
So this is nice.
That is a good example too. All right. And then you could also add positive reinforcement for the kids as the list the morning work and the schedules progress. You could put in different things for their positive reinforcement, giving them like 2 minutes to color or something, for example, like that.
Oh, she did like to color, so that would work.
That's great. So, did you have any questions?
So how much was that?
$14.
Okay.
And the school paid for it. So.
Well, that worked out very nice.
And actually,
okay.
I think if you go onto the, I don't know if you guys can do that, but we have the special education apps, and if you go onto that iTunes username and password, you can just click on it and download it onto your iPad. That way you wouldn't have to request it to be put through again.
That would work then because special education teacher, if I have to do a visual aid, then he would probably give me an iPad for the kid to use, and then
it should be on there, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only drawbacks of using an iPad as a visual schedule is if the battery dies, like this one is slowly dying. We'd have to remember to charge it and get it to them charged. Otherwise, throughout the day, if they're going through, the battery could die and then they'd be lost without their visual schedule.
Yeah.
That's one of the drawbacks. Another one was that sometimes it can be challenging if it freezes. It can be frustrating. Okay. I've only had it freeze on me one time since I started using it months ago, and I think it's more of an iPad thing, not an app thing. My iPad is like iPad 1, so it's an older version, so they could have froze because of the iPad, not because of the app.
Okay.
All right. So did you have any other questions?
Nope, that was it.
Okay, and one last thing to show you before we're done. To clear the schedule for the next day, you would have to have your student, give them the responsibility, click the clear button, and then click OK. And that clears the whole schedule so they can start over again the next day.
Okay.
All right. So that was my presentation. And you're done.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.